This is the Voice of the Land podcast.
Finish things out here, just
real quick,
around the horn here with the baseball talk. Reaction to the Clevinger trade, and after you've seen this offense with what they picked up, all the six players, I'm not going through them.
Right.
You've heard them, and main one is Josh Naylor is the one that's supposed to be for this year, and then you got talent for future years, as the Indians always do.
Right.
Reaction to the trade, and do you think they are better set up or in a worse position to win this MLB shortened season World Series?
I think that they are in an identical situation as what they were a week ago. I don't think that they got better. Future-wise, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Future-wise, they probably got better. But short-term, Josh Naylor doesn't do it for me. I was 100% hoping for a big bat. Like, I would have taken Clint Frazier. Like, you would have had to have paid extra to get him. But, I mean, we know that dude can hit. And that's what you needed from your outfield help. I don't think Josh Naylor's the dude, to put us up over the top. I think that we still need that. We're hitting 227 as a team. I need someone to come in here, hit 260, 270, but can mash.
Yes.
And that's what I was hoping to get. And we didn't get that player, so I think it's a disappointing trade. If you trade Clevinger, who has the capability of a Cy Young, you expect at least, production back like that. Josh Naylor doesn't do it for me. I hope I'm wrong. I've been going back and forth with Tyler. He's like, oh, you don't need, outfielders, don't change the course of World Series history. It's all about pitching. I agree with that. So if you weren't going to get the production back for it, then keep Clev. Then literally have the best staff in the league. I would have been fine with keeping Clev for that, but they want to talk about future because they're afraid of, what could happen right now. Yeah. I don't like that. So
Peter,
I don't think they're in a better spot than they were before. I don't think they're necessarily any worse.
You're right.
Like you said, I think they set themselves up for the future. I think they're, honestly, with the pickups, I think they're looking to protect against Frankie leaving.
Yep.
I mean, and that's, which is disappointing. I mean, it's disappointing, but we're a small market. It's, we're not New York. We don't have that money. And I wish we would keep Frankie.
Yeah,
because I think he could be the face of the team for a decade. Yeah, but I don't think that they're going to spend that money, and I don't think they can.
They don't have it. They don't have the money for it, and we know that. I mean, we just all know that. So they definitely did protect themselves, by doing this for long-term options. But win now. Like, I won a World Series. We haven't won anything since 48. I need that.
What this trade showed is that they know that this is their last opportunity, or maybe one of their last opportunities, because if you're able to keep Frankie into the trade deadline next year because he is under control, and you kind of feel things out how next season goes, but that window they know is closing, and I'm okay if you do a trade that has elements that plan for the future. Last year, and people talked about how, this is typical Indians. Well, I don't need it to be typical Indians.
Yeah.
I don't always need that. And, they've gotten the big bat before in Yasiel Puig or Jay Bruce, or they've given you that already. So why are you upset that they didn't do that this year? Because, again, you could have gotten a big bat to help you this year and still gotten return for a quality starter, a number one on most teams, Cy Young Award.
He's a great number two.
Potential, and a great number two in Mike Clevinger. You could have been able to get another deal like last year where you got Yasiel Puig, thinking may not have him past last season, and Franmil Reyes was that planning for the future, could still help you this year, planning for the future. Josh Naylor, to me, feels more like Franmil, and we missed out on getting that guy to help us for the remaining part of this year. Again, you could have still planned for the future. You still could have added to the plethora of shortstops in this organization with this trade. And if we would have recorded the day after, I would have gone on a longer rant on this whole thing. We're past it. I think the Indians are actually in a slightly worse position to win a World Series this year by not going after a bat that can add and extend this lineup put more fear or more attention to detail by the opposing pitcher. Now you know that this lineup is still front-loaded. You get through those guys, it's almost like easy outs is what we've seen this season in the second half from 6 on down. Naquin has been great. That has been the addition to this team to help us this year has been Tyler Naquin. You gotta hope and knock on wood he stays healthy, but you could have extended that lineup so much more with Naquin in that 6 hole hitting so well. But if someone ended up behind him in the 7 that was still dangerous, boy, this team would have been scary on offense and pitching wise too. I know the bullpen's been struggling. Karinchak, the Wild thing has been wild and not pitching well.
Yeah.
But you get that back on track. You still have great starting pitching. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping this offense and Josh Naylor prove me wrong. It's so inconsistent. You could have set the team up to be more consistent. Then it's on them to go execute. And if they don't execute, it's on the players. Front office and ownership would have done all they could. And I feel like they missed an opportunity in that regard. Again, future prospects, great. Where's the big piece?
Yep.
Wasn't it?